Hi, I'm here with Evan O'Brien. We're excited to talk to you today about HEC-RAS 6.7. A couple of months ago, we recorded a quick video showing how HEC-RAS 2025 and 6.6, when they were released on the same day, what you could do, what you can and can't do in HEC-RAS 2025 for now, and some of the new features. So at the time, we weren't able to demonstrate a pipe network in version 6.6. Version 6.7 now allows you to do that in SI units, and we'll be excited to walk you through that process. So Evan, I was thinking if we could just have you share your screen and show us a little bit about what you can do now with a pipe network in version 6.7.
Sure thing. All right, so I've been working on this drainage model, but I was stopped out by that unfortunate error with the SI units for pits and pipes, where it thought all my pipes were in imperial dimensions, which is a little bit unfortunate. But now we're back and the pipes are fixed. And so I thought, well, let's go ahead and make that model of my little cul-de-sac, because I'm a cool guy like that, and see how it performed in a big tropical storm we had in mid-December. So everyone's familiar with the grid, 2D grid, and you can put a bit of precipitation on it. There it is, a fairly standard precipitation boundary, nothing magical about that anymore. But what is new is my pipe network. Now, I went and got this from my local government portal. Most local governments in Australia have something like this. Now, Townsville saw fit to graciously provide me with the pipe diameters, but no pipe inverts. So I've had to estimate those. But fortunately, it's really easy to do this stuff graphically and make sure that everything lines up nicely. So I set out my inverts in the attribute table for my nodes, for example. But what's really nice is that it's actually really straightforward to then check that these actually make sense. So I think that looks pretty good. Well done to the drainage designer who designed my suburb like that.
Nice and smooth slopes, yes.
No debris or anything. Now this model has, I don't know, 6 2D grid cells in it at small as 3.5 meters perhaps. I also have an inflow boundary condition to represent the flow in this channel that comes from upstream. I'm dropping the rain on the grid, and I have my pipe network, and I'm running the whole thing at a 1-second time step because I like my Courant stability. I don't fly close to the edge like Cray does sometimes. And I'm running the pipes at a 0.5-second time step. And look, this thing is going to be done in less than a minute. So I think that's really, really quite impressive. One of the biggest killers when you do this sort of modeling historically is it just takes so long. And then you get to the end and perhaps you've found an error. And if you only get 1 iteration per day, well, that's the kind of thing that'll just cook your budget, right? And your job goes bad. So you could set your graduate engineer off with this and say, mate, you can have 25 iterations in a day at least. Go for it. And I want to see something perfect at the end of the day.
Exactly.
With, look at this, no 2D iteration errors either.
That's pretty good. And so you've got a 1D and 2D kind of combined. All the pipes are still 1D, right?
That's right. But using a solution that's analogous to how we do the 2D. So it's still the full momentum equations. Instead of specifying a grid spacing, we specify what's called a pipe face spacing. If we were to zoom right in on our pipes and perhaps turn my terrain off, we can see these little segments. So one computation occurs at each segment. Now I could make that longer or shorter depending how much detail I want in my pipe network. All right, well, it's always a risk with a live demo, but let's see if we actually got some results out of this. Here we go. Okay, well, it rained on the grid, that much we know.
But is there water underground? Yeah.
Is there water underground? Great question. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Now I can just select the nodes, conduits that I'm interested in. And we've got some results we can view. I think I'd like to look at the results profile plot. Well, look at this.
You got some water in your pipes.
Everything you want to know. So we've got our energy grade line, hydraulic grade line, critical water surface. Down here, velocity through the pipe. Now we're solving the full momentum equations. So this accounts for changes in direction in pipes. For example, the whole thing is fully geospatial. It's not your classic stick network like you might have had with XP Swim, where you can draw it upside down and who cares. And look, we can scroll through the time series of results. See, ooh, we almost surcharged there. Not quite. And look, guess what? This jives with what I saw when this storm happened. So
Nice. You've calibrated it to your observations. Yes.
my one observation of no surcharging.
It stayed underground. Yeah, because that's where it gets interesting, is when the pipes surcharge, and now it's got to mix in with the 2D domain.
Yeah.
That's where it gets really interesting.
And so we can certainly look at that in the course. So we can look at all kinds of design issues. Perhaps your pipes are too small. What might you do? So how to build the network, how to review the results, how to troubleshoot, how to use it for design cases. This is all new stuff, and I hope you can join us for the live course.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, speaking of the course, we do have a course coming up March 2025, so in a couple of months' time. If anybody watches this video after March 2025, go back to the Australian Water School's website and you'll be able to see it on demand like these other HEC-RAS offerings. So you can see here there is an essentials course for the basics for those who are brand new to HEC-RAS, a master class for those who might already have a little bit of experience or have taken the essentials class, and then some specialized courses in dam breach, sediment transport, and structures. So lots of HEC-RAS offerings there for you. Evan's been involved in a lot of these in the past. I love his teaching style, and we're excited to be able to bring you some new content now. But if you really want to get up to speed with HEC-RAS, have a look here. There are 25 videos, at least, free videos that you can watch in our HEC-RAS playlist on the YouTube channel for the Australian Water School. Do give some of those a watch. All right. We hope to see you in March at our Pipes in HEC-RAS course. We'll see you then. Thanks.